this is something I've been thinking about since I was a little kid. My parents were dissidents in the Soviet Union. We escaped that hellhole. And you begin your book with Genesis, about the Tower of Babel. And that means a lot to me. And I think those of us who understand perhaps also or see the spiritual war in front of our eyes, that has a lot of meaning in there. Could you expand a little bit and tell us why you included that part of Genesis to start the book?
Well, the book is a work of political theory. It's trying to outline many of the material causes that happen that brought us to where we are. But I also recognize that ultimately we are spiritual creatures. We are creations of God, and his word and his truth is woven throughout everything that we do. And so the patterns that are represented in the Bible, they're there to tell us about the past, but they're also there to help us understand the archetypes that dominate human nature. And one of them is the collection and centralization of power. The story we see first, of course, is the Tower of Babel. And that's the one in which all the men of the world are united in a way in which that they're attempting to reach up and touch God, to equal God. And in many ways, that is ultimately what the governments of our nations are trying to do now. They're trying to re-engineer humanity in a way that allows them to become godlike in order to remake man in their own image and control the entire world, when we were indeed designed instead to exist in particular nations as particular peoples governed by our own folkways, traditions, and ways of being. And so I think it's important when we address this issue to, of course, look at the monetary side, look at the power side, the political side, but also to not forget that there is a spiritual truth behind all of this and a motivation that ultimately drives our leaders to where they're going.